folks, welcome back inside Manhattan Basketball. Christian, I'm speaking with the head coach of Manhattan Women's Basketball, John Olenowski. Coach, the regular season is closing in. It's 10 days away from the opener for this squad. How is the team looking in terms of preparation?
Well, we're a week and a half away. We're excited. We seem to be getting better every day, and I think everybody's really starting to gear up and starting to get in really game mode because we're so close.
We talked a lot the last time that we spoke, and it was even mentioned at the basketball reception we held here at Manhattan last week. The ceiling for this team, the potential for this team with the amount of youth on it, there almost isn't a ceiling for this team.
Right. It's a very talented young basketball team, but extremely hardworking, and we've got a really good mixture of some really good young kids and some veterans. So when we put everything together, I think we'll be a very, very tough basketball team to beat.
Talk to me a little bit about the strength of this team, because when you look at the roster, I mean, you've got very talented guards. You've got, as we mentioned, the youth of this team, which could be huge.
Yes.
But there's also some strong senior leadership with players like Ashley Stack and obviously Jackie Thompson, the transfer.
Right.
But it seems like as though the front court, once again, could be a very big focal point.
Yeah, because, and Shen Erickson is been our leading scorer and rebounder, and she's back and playing great. You mentioned Ashley. Ashley is a 3-year veteran who had a great year last year, and she's getting better and better. We also have both Mickey Guyton and Kayla Grimmie, who basically are freshmen, but were around last year. So that's some really good inside players, and Kyla Champagne is back, and what a huge surprise for us because she's been playing extremely well, so athletic, but we're just happy to have her back in the mix. So with those 5 post players, it could be a very big strength for us this year, which has not been in the past.
And something that we almost always talked about last year, you look at the box score and you go, wait, Shayna had how many points?
Right.
She's just almost a quiet dominator.
Yes, you just don't realize, and you just shake your head, but she's so consistent, and she gets her numbers, and she gets in there, and she's so consistent every game. That's what we really love about her.
Let's go into the backcourt a little bit, because we mentioned Jackie Thompson, the transfer, who, after sitting out a year last year in practice and helping out, but you've got a plethora of young players, a couple who return like Blake Underhill and Nicole Anderson, but what about this backcourt do you like?
Yeah, I like the fact that we got great versatility there. In addition to the Jackie Thompson, who's so experienced and strong, Blake is really, really athletic and a really good defender, and takes it to the basket really well. Nikki has been just such a pleasant surprise because she's so versatile and kind of does it all for us. And then, of course, the freshman guards have been outstanding.
I got to tell you, one person, the limited time that I've seen this team, Naisha Irizarry, has been unbelievable to watch. I mean, what are you expecting from her?
The sky's the limit for Naisha. She's, although we call her Nine Eye, by the way, make it easy for you. But she's just a tremendous player. She had a great high school career at Malloy, and she's just come in, and you never would believe that she's a freshman. You'd think that she's like a junior. She plays that way, and she's got great vision, takes it to the basket. So she's really solidified the whole group, and it's a very, very strong part of our game, and I love our versatility. I love the fact that we can go a little bit bigger at the guard spot, we can go quicker at the guard spot, use experience there. So we've got quite a few weapons there, and we're excited to get them going.
We talk a lot, almost every single year, about the 1-3-1 and the fact that it's not seen as much in college basketball these days. When you have a team as young as this one, what's the biggest difficulty in getting them to buy into a 1-3-1?
Well, I think the first thing is they've got to learn it, because some of them have never played it before. So they've got to learn what positions they're going to be playing, and some of them have to play multiple positions. So I think it really becomes a comfort level with believing that you can excel at that position and help our team with that position, whatever. But our players seem to be very well adjusted with it, and we seem to be getting better every day with our defense, and hopefully it'll be our very strong suit this year for the entire season.
I thought it was a little impressive to hear not only you but Jackie Thompson at the basketball reception here last week say, we haven't had a bad practice yet. What do you attribute that to? Is it team chemistry? Is it them buying into the philosophy? Where do you see them?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both. I know team chemistry has been great ever since Canada. We've been a very close-knit basketball team, and I think that really helps. But I think they generally care about each other, which is what I really love about this team. I think sometimes you have teams that, they may be fairly close, but they're not really covering for each other or watching each other's back. But this year's group certainly has that. They care about each other. They want each other to excel. They cheer for each other when they're out there. So it's all a genuine, really good feeling, and we think it'll carry over and really help us on the floor.
Mentioned the regular season starts next Friday, the 14th, but a
Right.
chance to see this team in action on Friday with an exhibition match against Delphi. What are you looking for from that Friday contest?
Well, I think what you try to do, it's a game-like situation, so I think you try to prepare yourself to get ready to play the following week. And I think that we've got a really good opponent coming in. Delphi had an outstanding year last year. They've got 3 Division I transfers that are on the roster or whatever that we happen to know about that are very good players. So we know that they'll come in and certainly be a tough opponent. And that should prepare us hopefully for the following week, which we've got a very, very good FDU team coming in.
We'll talk a little bit more about FDU when we get to next week, but how nice is it to have the home opener be your season opener as well?
I think it's always great, especially with a young team. Hopefully the young team gains a little confidence playing at home, and it's a little easier for them than going on the road for the first game. So I think that will really help us, and we're looking forward to that. But it's a good point. Opening up at home, I think, is a huge advantage for us.
When the calendar flips to November, it means one thing: college basketball is back. The Jaspers open up the season next Friday on the 14th, an exhibition contest this Friday here in Draddy Gym. You can follow John Olenowski, the head coach of Manhattan Women's Basketball, on Twitter at John Olenowski. Coach, thanks a lot for the time.
Thank you, Christian. I appreciate it.